We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Kiss my ass. They're criminals. It is a hole. You ever been there?
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. This is the Ted Nugent comfortable, peaceful, happy spirit of the wild. Well, what do we have here? We have some technology, some Gonzo outrageous, over-the-top, extreme, radical, state-of-the-art, world-class, intergalactic, radio-free Europe, Tokyo Rose technology that brings Uncle Ted, the Motor City Madman, the Reverend Theodosius Atrocious 10 Digits of Doom, the Motown Funk brother, guitar slammer from the mighty Motor City in the swamps of Michigan on Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire. I'm giddy. Take a good look at this old guy. That's a beard. That's my October beard. Happy October, everybody. I hope you're having a very happy October. It may be challenging to have a happy October because the world is in a royal cluster crank beyond imagination. Yet, like a good U.S. Marine Corps chesty puller with a Glock and a Mathews bow and lots of dogs and horsepower and ample piss and vinegar, I improvise, adapt, and overcome, which is why you cherish the time with me on Real America's Voice Spirit Campfire. By the way, in sincerity, total sincerity, every word out of my mouth is sincere. Even the really funny, cocky, defiant, irreverent ones, those are genuine, sincere irreverencies on the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. Welcome, everybody. On this glorious October day, Jackson is right there. Sadie and Coco are right there. They're on mypillow.com dog beds. We came in from a swamp run this morning, and there was no Netanyahu. There was no October 7th, where the Israeli Defense Fund stood down and let the terrorists enter and kill their people. Wow, did he just say that? Yeah, I said it sincerely. But there was none of that in the swamp this morning. Have you strangled a cocksploder recently? No, cocksploder, one word, COCKXPLODERS, cocksploders, otherwise known as the Chinese ringneck pheasant. I wring the necks of Chinese pheasants. It's the only good thing. It's the only worthwhile thing. In fact, it's a super quality of life enhancer, the mighty Chinese ringneck pheasant from Ron and Lynn Sweet in Hanover, Michigan at Ringneck Ranch. You know, ringneck, there's a lot of applications to the term ringneck. It's the identification of a cocksploder Chinese pheasant, a ringneck pheasant. Plus, in this day and age, wouldn't you like to wring the necks of all those politicians? Wouldn't you like to do a ringneck orgy, wringing the necks of bureaucrats? Can you believe? Of course you can. Can you believe that Democrats think that Jasmine Crockett represents anything positive or beneficial to quality of life? How about Hillary Clinton? How about Hakeem Jeffries? This guy, these Democrats, they literally are condemning the reduction of crime by President Trump and the National Guard. There are people that are going, how dare you reduce the crime? They're either Nazis reducing the crime. Well, it's only Nazis kidnapping Americans. Every word out of every Democrat's mouth is 180 degrees false. It's like the accusations against me. Well, he adopted a 9-year-old. Somebody said I adopted a 9-year-old and married her. I'm not a Muslim. Only Muslims think they can marry babies. Well, you're getting in trouble. You knock the Muslims. I don't have to knock the Muslims. They kill queers. They will throw queers off the way. You can't say queer. Well, they call themselves queer now because they're queers. And it's queerly confusing. So the whole world is gone butt-lick nuts, banzai, over the top, terminal numbnutness. Yet look at the smile on my face. You know it don't come cheap. Sure, I live the American dream. Go ahead and crucify me. I was thrown a pillow. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, the Motor City Madman, the author of Wango Tango, I think I'm quoting the Bible. 2 Chronicles 7:1-4. Somebody. Oh, look at this. Somebody gave me this. God answered email. So anyhow, what I was saying, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. 2 Chronicles 7:14. Shemaine Nugent has a Real America's Voice called Faith and Freedom. I guess some kind of pheasant under glass shrapnel between my incisors. Can you follow me? I had a nice text with Gene Simmons of Kiss. The ultimate cartoon band. Motley Crue's kind of a cartoon band. Poison Lake is a cartoon band. Funny stuff. Enough is Enough. I loved cartoons. When I was a kid, I loved cartoons. And Paul Stanley and Dean and Ace and all the Cat Guy, the drummer. Awesome. Serious, honest to God, raw, primal, genuine, authoritative, grinding, grunting rock and roll. But anyhow, Gene got in an auto accident. And the press was going, Gene is recovering home. So I texted Gene Simmons. And within minutes, he texted me back and said, thank you. I said, the Nugent family is praying for him. And I bet you all you real rock and roll fans, which I bet are right here on the Ted Nugent Real American Voice Spirit Campfire, I bet real rock and roll fans, real soulful rhythm and blues rock and roll fans are here to rejoice. So let's talk rock and roll. Let's talk that I texted Sammy Hagar. He's doing another residency in Las Vegas with the Killer Band. I wish I knew all the names. Joe Satriani, holy smokes. Michael Anthony, holy smokes. Vic Johnson. I don't think Vic's doing. Vic, one of the greatest guitar players ever. He's not on the top 100 guitar players from Rolling Stone magazine, but Joan Jett is on the top 100 guitar players in Rolling Stone magazine, but not Vic Johnson, not Ricky Medlock, not Rick Emmett, not Mark Farner, not Jim McCarty. Yikes! Not Dave Amato. Yikes! I'm not even mentioning me. Whatever. So rock and roll. And so I text Sammy, and Sammy texts me right back. I texted Steven Tyler. I said, I hope your foot's doing great. You did great at Ozzy's last concert. And Steven texted me right back. It's kind of cute. I have this inner working. Kevin Cronin of REO Speedwagon. He's out there, I think, with Styx. Tommy Shaw, Styx. Jack Blades, Night Ranger. Brad Gillis, holy smokes. There's some killer rock and roll. Mark Casa in Detroit. Mark Casa, one of the greatest guitar players in the world. He's got a killer band, plays all around Detroit, and he's not on the top 100 guitar player list, but Joan Jett. And by the way, Joan, I love you. You're my favorite lesbian. I love lesbians. Have a great day. I love you. Well, he's a hater. When I say I love you, they say I'm a hater. Planet of the Apes out there. It's like Rod Sterling. Is it Rod Sterling? Twilight Zone. I think he manages the world right now. But Donald Trump has secured the border. Well, he's a Nazi. He secured the border. More secure than it's ever been. Thank you, President Trump. He stopped the flow of fentanyl killing Americans from the communist Chinese. Thank you, Donald Trump. But here's the problem. I will extend that statement. You know, the communist Chinese and the Mexican drug cartel government is one and the same. Want to kill Americans with fentanyl. And they're evil, rotten, demonic monsters to do that. But you know who's even dumber than the Chinese and the Mexican drug cartel? You numbnuts out there that want to get high and you're dying with the use of fentanyl coming across Joe Biden's open borders. It's the user that's the biggest numbnut. I'm high right now. I'm high on the spirit of the wild. Did you see that intro? The Spirit of the Wild, Rocco Winchester Nugent, Shemaine Nugent, Linda Peterson, Toby Nugent. What a team. The Pursuit Channel, 8 times a week. I'm unleashed with true hands-on conservation celebration. The Spirit of the Wild. This is the Spirit Campfire. And I know you feel the Spirit, you crave the Spirit, you want the Spirit, you need the Spirit. I'm your Spirit daddy. I'm like Chesty Puller, the warthog, A10 warthog of truth, logic, common sense, right here on Real America's Voice. Tell everybody you know there is such a thing, because the funniest man since Richard Pryor and Sam Kinison, Ted Nugent, has a thing, a podcast, and of course, if it's my podcast, that would be a podcast, on Real America's Voice, and it's called The Spirit Campfire, and it's good for you. It will cleanse your soul. I got my Mathews bow, I got my mocha, I got my cup from Louisa, my beautiful daughter, and I'm going to be back in just a minute with more of this stream of consciousness. It's like a whitewater raging rapids of truth, logic, and common sense, right out of the mouth that wrote the lyrics to Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. It's not a dichotomy, it's a confluence. See you in a minute.